What's good? It's none other than Ken Woods. Once again, I want to remind you, if you are in the Chicagoland area, I am having a book signing event at the Book Joint Bookstore March 2nd from 3 to 5 p.m. If you're in the Chicagoland area, please come join me. It's going to be a good time. All right, now today I'm going to give you the 10 Commandments of Professionalism. Now, if you've been working in corporate, a lot of you guys already know these things. I don't want to insult your intelligence, but if you're new, these might be an eye-opener. And it's always good to get a little refresher. So I'm going to give you 10 Commandments of Professionalism. Now, the first one, these are no particular order of importance. The first one is thou shalt not be late. That's right. You should be on time all the time. Not some of the time, not most of the time. All the time, be on time, show up early. It shows that you're dependable, it shows that you're reliable, and it shows that you're consistent, which are characteristics that are going to carry over into your work. And it's going to prove favorable to those that you work with. So always remember to be on time. And, a lot of people can, if you give them a reason, they'll use that you were late or that you came back from lunch late. They'll use that to reprimand you. So you don't want to give them that ammo. So whether you're arriving at the office or you're coming back from lunch or a break, always be on time. Number 2, don't say more than necessary. Now, this is law number 4 in the 48 Laws of Power, but it also applies in the job. Everybody in the office is on a need-to-know basis, and most of the time, they don't need to know. Keep your business to yourself. I'll give you an example. One time I went to Vegas. I went to see Andre Ward versus Kovalev 1. Won money on the fight, had a great time. Came back to work. They was like, well, what'd you get into this weekend? I said, oh, not too much. None of their business. Don't need to discuss it. Don't need to discuss personal details. Don't need them to have them in my business. Definitely don't need them to know how much I spent on this trip or have them guess how much I spent on this trip. So, just avoid it. They don't need to know. Most things they don't need to know. Keep it about work for the most part, and you'll be okay. Number 3, do not gossip. This is a big one. A lot of people on jobs like to gossip. They don't even think twice about it, unfortunately, and they like to talk about the manager. They like to talk about other coworkers. They like to talk about this department. They like to talk about who's doing what, who's not doing the job well. Don't participate in any of that. You want to stay above the fray, and you want to, you still could be cordial and still be courteous always, but you want to be above the fray as far as petty gossiping and speculating on different things in the office. So keep your head above that. Do not gossip. Number 4, thou shalt not flirt or date coworkers. I've already talked about this in the previous video, but I don't care if one of your coworkers come in with a thong on or nothing else. Okay, let's get to work. You understand me? So don't flirt. Don't fall prey to flirting. If somebody starts to flirt with you, you want to document that. You want to start to record certain things. You want to keep screenshots. You want to keep emails, IMs. But you yourself do not participate in the flirting. I know some people think it's innocent. It can pass the time. But sexual harassment is a very vague and nebulous term. And they are not going to spare you when it comes to accusations like that. So you don't want to even bring that type of energy into your space. Don't flirt. Don't have sex with. Don't date. And you'll be straight. You understand me? Number 5, dress accordingly. Listen, I know black people, we got the drip. We fresh, but your job is not a fucking fashion show. You understand me? Stick to the basics. I'm going to elaborate on this in another video. But for now, just, don't be trying to do too much. Don't be trying to draw too much attention. Don't be having outlandish outfits and shit. And, come on. This is not a fashion show. Say this shit for outside the work. Dress business casual, keep it simple, keep it plain, and keep your head focused on doing your job. Number 6, don't use slang or be vulgar on the job. So unless you work in like an environment like the Wolf of Wall Street or some shit, most jobs don't be vulgar with your comments. Even if other people are doing it, you want to stay above that fray too. And don't use slang. One time I was talking to my manager, and I was going on about something, and I said, you know what I mean? And, that's a colloquialism that black people use, but she took it literally like, yes, I know what you mean. And I'm like, oh shit, That was some slang that I let slip out, but you know, she doesn't know my culture, so she's really thought I was asking her a question. She she wanted to affirm that she understood what I was saying. So yeah, but that's just a slight example. But I'm just saying, they don't understand it anyway, and you don't want to have to be in a position to explain it. It's just too much. Don't use slang. Don't be vulgar. Just, you know, keep it to where it's supposed to be. Is that number 7 or number 8? I'm not sure. Number 8 is thou shalt not drink at company events. Now, a lot of times people say, oh, you want to go to happy hour, or there's a company event and there's alcohol served. You want to go ahead and decline the alcohol. You definitely don't want to get a reputation for being the drunk guy at the office, because you're already on a short leash, and that's going to make the leash even shorter. So you watch other people be a fool, and you listen to them when they start going on drunk spills, and you make sure you keep a mental note about what they say and who they say it about, but you don't participate in any of that yourself. So stay sober and you won't get fucked over. You understand me? Number 9, do not brag or boast about things you've accomplished on the job. Let your work speak for itself. There's no need to do that. And once again, your reputation is key, and you don't want to be the one bragging and boasting, because when people feel like you're bragging and boasting, they want to bring you down a peg. So, and they want to try to sabotage you. So, you know, let your work speak for itself. Keep your composure. You don't need to brag or boast. You do a good job. Everybody recognize it. So, and if you do a good job, people are probably going to be at your neck anyway without you bragging or boasting. So bragging and boasting is just going to bring more heat in that regard. So avoid it at all costs. Number 9, commandment number 9, thou shalt not joke or jest too much. You don't want to be the guy that just jokes around and silly, goofy all the time. People don't take you serious. You want to garner respect first. And then if people like you, then that's okay. If they don't, that's okay too. But respect is paramount. And then you don't, when you joke and jest and you the funny guy and you're the entertainment, people don't take you seriously. They don't respect you, and then that can carry over into your work. So you don't want to have that reputation. You want to be, you don't have to be like, you know, have a stick up your ass, but you don't want to just be the goofy, silly guy. You know, sometimes they expect that of you. They expect you to be a court jester. They expect you to be, you know, a silly guy. They expect you to be a minstrel. So you don't want to play into that. Keep it cool, keep it calm, and do your job. And the last commandment is acknowledge others when they do a job well done. This will get you far. This will garner favor with you. And this can lead to other opportunities and establish relationships that could prove beneficial to you in the future. So don't be a hater. Always acknowledge people that do a good job. You know, it doesn't have to be too much. You don't have to kiss their ass. Just say, hey, you know, you really made a good point there. Or, you know, I really like the way you handled the stressful time on that project. You know, I really appreciate it. Or if somebody helped you out, man, good looking out on that last one. Man, I owe you one, you know. I really appreciate that. And I just want to let you know that your efforts are being acknowledged. And, you know, even, you know, sometimes this will go a long way. You know, you slide a little thank you note. You understand what I'm saying? Just as a, you know, a gesture that stands out. But you don't want to do that too often, because, you know, then people think they can take advantage of you and you soft. So save that for times that are that warranted. And but always acknowledge a job well done, and that could prove beneficial for you. So that is the 10 commandments of professionalism. I appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. As always, go ahead and hit the link in my bio. My book, A Black Man's Guide Working in Corporate America, is available on Amazon now. Thank you.